Hey, hey, hey. I'm doing a live video because I just realized that Mercury retrograded back into Cancer. So, my guess is because Mercury is the planet of communication and it's our minds. I mean, come on, it's ruled by like Gemini. Geminis are quick witted and they move fast, they talk fast, they use their hands. And Virgos, because Virgos overthink everything. They're super like analytical. I could imagine that's probably what you Cancers are feeling. Can't sleep because I got Mercury in my sign. I don't know. Hey, what's up, Haas? Corey. Corey, what sign are you? Are you Libra? What are you? Libra. Yeah, that's what I thought. He was one of my besties in high school. Him and his cool truck. Look at Miss Miyagi. She's in the background. Oops, over here. Miyagi! Oh, God. Called her over. Yeah, I'm super mad at her because last night she broke my Grateful Dead collector plate, the family album. Oh my God, I was so upset. What's up, Marco? Marco, dude, I miss you. Been a long time. So I super glued my plate and it's kind of taped up still. But yeah, Miss Miyagi broke my Grateful Dead collector plate. Literally right after I saw the fox on top of the car in front of my house. Then she woke me up at probably 4 in the middle of the night. She was in my kitchen window growling, going, "Arr!" I was like, shut up, Miss Miyagi. I get up to close the window and she starts attacking the screen. So apparently when I got my flashlight, there was a cat, a black cat outside of the window taunting her. And this is why she's an indoor cat, because that bitch has already gotten into 2 fights from inside the house. She's gangster. Siamese, you don't mess with Siamese. But anyways, the reason I came on is to talk a little astrology. Mercury is in retrograde. It's until the 31st. And it will be stationary on the 31st and August 1st. So maybe make a little note to be extra careful with your communications, with your driving, heavy machinery like your cars. Like, don't be on your phone and don't try to multitask because your brain, it's just not doing it. But that is the new moon too in Leo. That's the Lionsgate portal, which is a brand new beginning, like starting like a whole new cycle, which is pretty amazing. So Mercury retrograde, it just went back into Cancer. So wherever your mind was in June. So this is my little ephemeris. It has all the degrees of the planets and where they are in the sky. And it just went, Mercury just went into Cancer at 11 tonight. And that's where it was on around June 27th. So if you could think back, I mean, I journal and I have like a calendar. So I kind of keep track of that kind of stuff. Look at where you were from, let's say, the 21st of June to the 27th. As far as like your mind, your communication, your emotions too, because Cancer rules your emotions. And Cancer, Mercury doesn't really care to be in the emotions, because it's intellectual, it's a thinker, it's a communicator. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And maybe let's pick an animal spirit card, because like the fox came to me last night. Hummingbirds have been coming to me a lot. And yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm just, instead of picking a card, this is the animal spirit guide for the cards. And I'm just going to like pick one and see what could be our message. Oh, what's up, Eric Davis? What? It was so nice meeting you in Seattle. That was really fun going to that pinball place. Yeah, projects. Yeah. So during Mercury retrograde, it's the greatest time to like get all your unfinished projects done. And I just redid my chair. So that's why I've been using this one, because I am redoing my wicker chair. I spray painted it like rose gold. And then there's something really amazing. It's called fabric spray paint. So instead of having to like sew like new fabric, I just spray painted it black because it was getting kind of like dingy. It was like from the 70s. So it looks pretty sick. I'll put a picture maybe on my video. But yeah, whoever's watching, pick a number. This will be fun. Pick a number instead of a card between 60 and 100 and or 207. Pick a number. Pick a number, any number. It'll be fun. I'll read it. So then I don't have to pick it. And then it'll be more like cool. So channel your own. What number's popping in your head? I see one person in the room. Is that Corey? If it's Corey, pick a number. What's up, Aaron? 62. Was that the first one? That's not very adventurous. It's the first. Oh, it's the second one. It's okay. The earthworm. What? All right. Let's see what the earthworm has to say. Ooh, let me use my microphone. I like my new microphone. 62. 62 it is. 62 going once. 62 going twice. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. So the earthworm. Shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner vision. Well, that was just pretty much like the same kind of like message that we got for the full moon card reading that I did. So we have all felt the woes of the earthworm. At some point along the way, the earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt earthworm energy too. So this card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insight, and that's so true, so true. I have a story from when I was younger. I was like, I was at an interview to work for a CPA, being an administrative assistant and doing tax returns and doing accounting and stuff. And he was like, why should I hire you? Like, have no experience. And I said, well, because I have never done this. And so I will only know how to do it your way. And so if you hire me, I won't be bringing old habits into the workplace, and I'll do everything the way that you want it. And he's like, you're hired. That's amazing. So that is what's great about beginners and newbies, is they bring something new to the table, as well as like, you know, like even like when you've like mastered a job, let's say you've worked in the same field, you've mastered a job and you want to grow outside of your skin and try something new. And then you get into a different field, you don't feel as confident, right? And you feel like everyone's like knows more than you, and you don't feel that like awesome. And that's only for a short time, because once you get it, you're going to feel so good that you did, because you might enjoy it a lot more than you did your last job, or just switching up the monotony of life, right? So when the earthworm is imbalanced, it's earnest, intelligent, and valuable. And when it's out of balance, it's self-conscious and apprehensive. And how to bring that into balance is speak up and risk embarrassment. So, with that being said, that is the spiritual animal for this Mercury retrograding into Cancer for Corey. Corey chose that. So, thank you, Corey. Hi, Tia Nancy. Nice to see you. Yeah, so if you just joined, you might want to rewatch the video, but I might as well stay on and just talk with you guys, because when I put this on my YouTube, I could totally like edit all of this out. I just want to hang out and talk, because my Venus is in Cancer, so I'm feeling that that energy of Mercury. Oh my God, that's so crazy. I did not know that about you. Well, congratulations to your new position. And Spirit just wanted me to let you know that you're on the right track and that everything's going to be fine. And God Source understands that it can be very frustrating when you're trying something new. But once you do, you'll feel great. And you'll be you did. Because it might be easier on different aspects. Maybe it's easier on your body. Maybe you're doing physical work, or, you know, you never know. It could challenge your brain, you know. It's good to keep our brains learning. And they even suggest like for older people to do like crossword puzzles and like Sudoku puzzles and stuff like that. Because if you don't use it, you'll lose it. And, you know, the rate and the amount of people that are getting Alzheimer's and dementia is pretty freaking high. But they did use a lot of foil, and there's, you know, toxins and stuff in our food. And I think fluoride too, because it calcifies the pineal gland, which is our connection with God, really. So we don't want that all messed up, because then we can't hear our higher self speak. It's just a way of dumbing down people so they don't think outside the box. Hence why they used to tie the right hand behind, or the left hand behind people's back in the day, because the left hand rules the right brain, which is thinking outside the box, creativity, and very Uranian type energy. So anyone that's Aquarius, they're very eccentric. Yeah, they're against the norm, which they want everyone to be normal, and they want to think inside the box and easily like controlled. Yeah, for sure. Well, that's good that you're stepping out of your box, you know. And sometimes it's good. Like, I don't have routine. I never have. I've always kind of just did whatever. Like, every day's a new day. I'm like, okay, what's going to happen today? And so there was a time when I was in a regimen, and I woke up at a certain time. I had to be at work at a certain time, and I did this and this. And it was very monotonous. And when monotony takes over, your brain stops working, right? And you get in habits. And habits are easily made, but they're harder to break, right? Because it's practice. That's what it is. Like, you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna drink a cup of coffee. I'm gonna make the coffee. So it's like now your muscles are like acute to like doing those kinds of things. And then it's like, okay, whenever you wake up, you're like used to doing something. Or like when you get home from work, because everything's on a certain time. It's very like timely when you have like places to be every day around the same time. And then you're like, oh, well, during lunch, I always smoke a cigarette. So it tends to be harder to quit like certain habits, like smoking cigarettes, when you have a certain job at certain times where you're used to smoking at those times. And sometimes it's kind of a reward too. Like, oh, can I take a break because I want to smoke a cigarette? Like, what are you going to do when you take a break if you don't smoke a cigarette? Like, go outside and smell the flowers? I don't know. Look up at a bird. But yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, how was the 2 weeks in between eclipses? So we had an eclipse on July 2nd, and we had an eclipse on July 16th. And then between there, we had the Mercury was in retrograde and 5 other planets as well. So did anyone feel that? Any shifts? So I know, Corey, you got a new job. Did anyone move or have like a major breakup, or have like an epiphany of like what you know that you want to do, or what direction you want to go, or maybe you found out what you wanted to study? It could be a change in your finances too, where maybe you had a huge loss, something had come up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it has been a pretty intense time for sure. But it's set the stage for the next 6 months, and we'll start feeling better when Mercury's starts moving forward, which I'd say around August 4th, and then it'll completely be out of shadow around like the 15th. Yeah. More work. Well, take care of yourself. Make sure to have self-care and be easy on yourself. Don't be so critical or hard. Take a bath. Throw some salt in there. That's what I do. But yeah, Miss Miyagi's in my window. My fox came back tonight. Teddy started freaking out. I ran up to the window and the fox was like crossing the street. Like, I'm out of here. Ted's super gangster. Yes, August is the best month ever. It's the new beginning. It's actually on July 31st, us Leos are going to feel that brand new beginning, that refresher. It's actually a portal for a 13-year cycle. But I believe it's a cycle also from like 2012. So a little sooner, I feel. But I mean, I do feel that 13th year cycle. There was a lot of crazy stuff that was going on. So we just kiss that shit goodbye, because I'm over it. I'm done. The universe put me on my path. So now I'm on. Now leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? We get challenged to be put in a certain direction. So sometimes it's just better to listen to our inner voice, so God doesn't force like craziness on us and we're not expecting it, or we're not listening to ourselves, you know? Oh yeah, the 17th. You have a Leo daughter? Early September is my son's. Okay, you got a Virgo. Ooh, lucky you. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Parties. Yeah, mine's August 12th. So she's pretty close to mine. So is she going to be like what, 16? How old's your daughter going to be? Mm-hmm. So what else is going on in the house? So you have a new moon in Virgo too. So it's actually next month in August, new moon in Virgo. So that's a new beginning for both of your kids. That's good. That's good news. Oh shit, she's going to be 17. Holy crap, we're so old. You aged us, Corey. And then let's see. Then we'll have a full moon in Aquarius, which will be wrapping up and illuminating something about our partnerships and relationships for Leos. So that's what we have to look forward to in August, and I will do separate videos on those. But I just want to come live because I'm up, and I noticed that Mercury went into Cancer at 11. So it will be there until so it'll be there. It's going to turn direct in Cancer and then start to move forward, and then it'll enter Leo again on August 11th. So it'll kind of be the repeat that we were feeling, Let me look. That we were feeling in the beginning of July. So, and end of June. Yeah. So June 28th through July 18th today. So August 11th, we'll be feeling something that we were feeling already in June 28th through July. So, yeah, retrogrades are crazy because what happens is a planet moves over the area of the sky that it had already moved through. So we kind of relive things. It helps us rethink about things. So, it's like when let's say you walk by a storefront window and you see something in there that you like, right? And you're like, "Ooh, I really like that." But I don't have time to go in right now. And you walk by, and then when you're walking back, you're like, wait, now I have time. So that's retrograde, right? Because you just move backwards. You're like, I've been here. I know I wanted that. Now I'm going to rethink it. Let me look further into it. So you walk in the store and maybe you look at it, you feel it, you try it on for size. And then you can decide whether you want it or not, right? You could leave and not get it. And then the next retrograde, where that is, and however long it is until it gets to that place again, but it might not be until a year. But yeah, that's kind of like a little analogy I can give to explain like a retrograde. So do you have any questions, or do you have anything to share? Anyone that's in the room? Otherwise, I'm just going to get off then, unless you guys want to play another game. Hey, Tia Nancy, why don't you pick a number? That'll be fun. We'll do one for you, because that was kind of for Corey. But I mean, it's all of us collectively too, because we're all trying something new. We're all getting into something new. Wait, what? I like extra time at work, but what about at home? What's that mean? 22? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me give you the numbers. So the numbers are out of, the first number is 61, and don't pick 62 because he already picked that. Out of 207. 61 through 207. Can you clarify, Corey, that question? What about home? I didn't get the question. I'm sorry. I'm horrible at texting. Second someone texts me something, I'm like, I don't get it. I barely get it when people talk to me. So when there's a text or writing, it's like, because I read energy, expression on people's faces and stuff. Okay. 162. Whoa, you got the vulture. And the one thing about the vulture is it does the dirty work in life. They kind of clean up carcasses off the road, and we need them. I mean, if we didn't have them, there would just be dead carcasses everywhere. So I'll read that to you. Get my little microphone. So the vulture, it is the guardian and purifier essential for rebalance. The vulture is perhaps the most misunderstood creature of all. Because I know when I picked it, you're like, damn it, vulture. Why? I want a vulture. Or maybe you're like, yay. This intriguing bird balances our ecosystem and prevents the spread of disease. It does the dirty work that no one else wants to do and cleans up our messes. See? The vulture appears when there's a situation that needs to be purified or brought back into balance. Remember, the vulture is greatly undervalued. What you thought was a mistake or tragedy is a blessing in disguise. So, with that being said, when this vulture energy is in balance, it clarifies, reveals wisdom. And when it's out of balance, it's dramatic and aggressive. And how to bring it into balance is clean your space in sage. So, Spirit is saying that if you're not feeling appreciated, or maybe you're feeling misunderstood, or maybe you're feeling angry or aggressive or dramatic in any way, to clear your space. So pray over your space, clear it out. If, do a ritual, however you clear your space. Like I pray over my space and I burn sage and Palo Santo. So that is your spiritual message, about cleaning up the dirty work. Someone's got to do it. And, but in that you have to be able to clear your space, if you're working with energy and stuff like that, right? Because some of us empaths, we take on other people's energy, and then you have to, you got to get rid of the energy, for people, light workers, energy workers all have to do that. When you go get a massage, where do you think that tension goes? It goes right into the massage therapist's hands. She knows, or he knows, how to get rid of it. So it's about clearing that. Taking a salt bath. Yeah. Yeah. Sage is great. So Spirit just confirmed then. Get some sage, mama. Oh, I feel like I do have enough time at work and at home. My wife and children have all my time, but I struggle with providing for both. Yeah. No, it's a hard balance. I mean, you have to wear multiple hats if you are providing for a family and then having your family as well at home. Yeah, that's not easy. I mean, I have a hard time working. I work all the time, and having time for even my pets sometimes is a struggle. So I couldn't imagine having like a husband and a couple kids. I would just pull my hair out. So yeah, that's a huge balance. What I suggest is just having, like, I would have like a family meeting once a month and just see where everyone's out. Like, hey, how's everyone feeling? Like, do we need to have a family time like more often, or like, let's schedule it. Sometimes you just have to schedule shit in. Yeah, it's kind of robotic and stupid, but like things get done. Like I have to put in my organizer, like when to get, like take a bath, when to get a mani-pedi, because like we can get so busy and we could forget about like self-care. And self-care is so important because if we're not caring for ourselves, we can just break down. Like our body can get hurt, you know, we can get stressed out. So sometimes just having a meeting, like everyone sit down, hey, how's your life going, kid? Like, is there anything that I could do to help you out in any way? Or, you know, wife, like, how are you feeling with our quality time? Like, how, you know, what's going on? Do we need to have a date? Okay, let's set a date, you know, make sure the kids are taken care of for that night or whatever. You know, I think that's like so important to cultivate a schedule of some kind, like, you know, at least once a month, like the whole family goes out and does something together, like go to like round one, play video games. Yeah, because it's the best. Video games, you have wine and beer, karaoke machines, bowling, and then have one-on-one with like your significant other. Like even you have to even probably schedule in sexy time sometimes, you know, because women's on a schedule, you know, we got a schedule down there. So I could bring out my little moon cycle thing too, or where women are most on the prowl and stuff, you know, and men, and they're different times, you know, women are, you know, kind of like in the mood on one time and men are on the mood of another, like courtship. It's weird. It's interesting though. So you could look into that too. But I like to kind of plan everything around like the moon because I love the moon. And of course the other planets, but the moon moves every 2.5 days. So it changes energies a lot. That's where a lot of our moods come from, like our emotions, the moon. So like we can be in a really high spirits, like 2.5 days, and then it'll quickly switch. And you're like, what the hell just happened? All of a sudden. Yeah, that's the truth. My Corey. What's up, Ray? But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna wrap this up. Wrap it up, guys. Nice chatting with you, Corey and Tia Nancy. It's kind of cool having everyone in the room all at once. So, all right, guys. Good night. Peace out. Love you. Have a good day at work, and you're gonna do great. Don't you worry, and get that sage, mama. All right. Bye.